Greetings, family. Welcome to the Grow Community Wellness Roundtable. We have a nice little chat we have Barbara Bertucci on our call. We have Sister Grace and myself, Habakkuk, and my wife, Sister Sajda. And we also have Brother Nero on the line as well. Welcome.
Indeed, indeed. And we're going to get a chance to talk about the 4 keys to wellness, as well as the 5 pillars of balance. And Barbara, I am so happy to have you on. It's not, I think, as common that people get a chance to meet someone who has the background that you have. And I think it's good when we get a chance to see how amazing having access to the 4 keys to wellness and the 5 pillars of balance can literally help to transform one's life. So tell us a little bit about your journey.
Well, I have more energy and vitality right now, and I just turned 60, so now I got to say in my 60s, than I did in my 30s. And I say that because after the birth of my second child, things moved and didn't go back. They were telling me it might go back or just wait and see. But luckily for me, I was there with an infant, and they one doctor wanted to fuse it, put a rod in it, remove it. And I'm going, you're going to remove my vertebrae? Like, I don't think so. So luckily I had the baby and I didn't opt for surgery. I just kind of grinned and bared it and did what I had to do. And 4.5 years I suffered on a daily basis. Now, I'm going to underline something. If you had asked me how I slept, I would have said, great. I can sleep anywhere and everywhere because I was exhausted. So the minute I hit the pillow, I'd go to sleep. But every time I rolled over, it would stab me like a wrought iron, right? And shoot through my body, wake me up, and then I have to go back to sleep again. So I had interrupted sleep all night long, and I was mentally and physically exhausted. When I got introduced to these products, and this was the first one that came out, this is we've had a couple different generations of them, but the insoles are tremendous products, and I have my other one. It's being used.
You sound like me. I start pulling stuff out of all kinds of
back flex, and this is tremendous for me. I wore this 24 hours a day. Now I put it in my bed where I needed it, and I took the insoles out and I put them across my shoulders and down my spine. And then within 3 days or 4 days, I got loaned a topper. So we have a topper that's really amazing, and the comforter and the pillow. And the pillow supports your neck. But that I started with just mainly the energy of the earth technologies. And that was tremendous for me. In 3 days, actually the 4th morning, I got up, I was headed to the bathroom, and it was like, I'm up, I'm walking. I didn't have to roll over, push myself up, old Uncle Joe moving kind of slow, get myself straight, right, and then get to the hottest shower possible to get me going. And so tremendous life possibilities with just these natural energies that just put your body in an environment to heal itself. That's all it's doing. Wherever you put this, that's what it's doing. And I now, when I travel with this guy, I put it on my tummy. Now I wear it on my back, kind of preventatively. Okay. I just ran out to get the last few things at the store, right? And then had to swing by another errand and then come back in. So you just don't know what you're preventing by having these things. And they're like a first aid kit. You can kind of have them in your home to help you rather than hitting for the aspirin or some of the other things. Oh, yeah. So I did medical billing at the time, and I knew nurses and doctors are on their feet all the time, and they're stretching their feet, they're leaning on the counter, and because I went in the back doors, right, to get the medical billing. So I knew, I'm going to sell a lot of these things. So, you go figure out, my business partner, you'll figure out what I need to do, because I know I can sell a lot of these things. And they knew that I had suffered. So once they saw me feeling better, it was just a no-brainer that, oh my gosh, let's get this. Let's try it on. Let's play with it and see. We've got some new technologies that are massagers. This is a pulsating magnetic field. now it's tremendous. One of the things I found, which I'm going to talk about the adrenals and reducing stress. So if I put this on pulsing and I just sit on it, it doesn't necessarily have to even be touching you. It just puts a magnetic field. I think of Darth Vader, right? With the beam and the sword, but it's kind of pulsing out. So I put that on my mid back in my car on one side until it's done. It does it about 15 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. Actually, I don't even know. And then it stops. I felt my whole right side relax. And then I put it on the other side. So every symptom out there, the common denominator is adrenal fatigue, right? Stress. And that's what we have. So if we can prevent some of this stuff by reducing our adrenal, stress, and just having this little guy pulse on there, tremendous. And then, so I just kind of happenly figured that one out. But you can put it up on your neck and your shoulders. I'm going to turn him off so you don't hear him, but you can put it up here. I like to work the front right here, and it goes through to the back, my neck and shoulders, because this is like a little soft spot. And you just point it toward the spine, and it's going all the way through. These technology, Nikan is tremendous. It's going to be 45 years next year as a company. And they do all the research and development. We just help bring it to market. And so they handle all the stuff, thank God, all the paperwork, all the things, all to them, all the shipping, all the tracking, all that stuff. We just help educate people. What are these things? How do they work? And how can they benefit me and my family? And I've been able to do that now for the past 24 years and build a business with that. I slowly got rid of my medical billing business and weaned the doctors off to handle their own billing. And so I've been doing that ever since. And I believe I'm in 17 countries. Not quite sure. We just opened up Chile, and there's a way because I think of myself as educating people and training people. So I get a percent, kind of like the trickle down effect. So pretty amazing, pretty awesome. And
so before this, had you had a business in 17 countries before this?
Oh, I was lucky to do medical billing just down the street, right? No, I went up to Clearwater and down and around, and I couriered, and the doctors wanted to work on me. I remember one doctor said, because acupuncture would work, chiropractic a little bit, but I would then just turn around and hurt shortly after. It wouldn't last long. And they said, well, every time you get it to a red light, get out the car and walk around your car. And I'm like, have you driven US Highway 19? I don't think so. So I would pull in big department store parking lots and then walk around their parking lot, then get back on. And then, I do that 3 times on the way home, but it wouldn't last. And so I just knew that I didn't hurt anymore. I won't be cured from what I have. I think if I look back on it, I might been a little bit of a preemie, and my sacrum didn't finish forming, and I have like an extra little vertebrae down there. I have like an L6. So it's all jammed up. So it acts like, they'll talk about bulging discs or bone on bone or, all these kind of symptomatic things. Well, that might be what I have, and I don't know. I've just never let anybody cut on me, and I don't hurt. Now, I might be a little stiff sometimes in the morning, but I can use these technologies, and then I don't hurt.
Right.
And that's the really great thing about Nikan and what we have. And we have some amazing nutraceuticals, which just means pharmaceutical grade. We just can't say pharmaceutical grade because it's not pharmacy. It's food. So it's foodlets, which is a pre-probiotic. And we have greenzymes. I love the baby barley grass.
Oh, yeah.
Feeds you at a cellular level. It helps anybody with anything. You could actually have that be your food if you had to. I only have my glass of water here. Sorry, I I don't know where my bottle is if y'all want to hold up a bottle, but we have living alkaline natural water just from tap water. So tap water is made that way. I happen to originally be from New Orleans, and when I went back there, not too long ago, there was a notice, a flash of notice that went out saying, everybody boil your water. And I'm going, can you believe in this day and age people are boiling water?
Yeah.
Well,
we have the water
when
bottle here.
you shower in that water, you're still getting the bacteria and you're breathing. So you got a hot water. I just think it's so amazing that people don't go, don't shower, don't do anything. They don't tell you any of that stuff. They just say, just boil your drinking water. Or if you're going to cook rice, boil it first and then you'll be okay. You know, and you're like, if they only knew every pore in your body opens up in a hot shower, even your breathing in the steam, and it's got whatever chemical they found in it that they're telling you now to boil out, and you're now getting it into your body, which, you know, they say a 15-minute hot shower is as if you drank a gallon and a half of whatever water. You're just drinking that in. So, you know, we just like to bring awareness to people, you know, how to have a healthy environment. I live in Florida now. We've got double pane, double whatever windows that are so sealed shut that, you know, we are probably keeping more toxins inside than we are outside. So off-gassing, you know, different things. So we have air filters. We have the water that helps our whole body, which I think that that's one thing to underline between this guy and the water, because our bodies, you know, 75 or more % water.
Right.
The brain is close to 85% water. And, you know, I love to underline that if you have a headache, drink the water while you're looking for something to take, because you're probably just dehydrated. And then you'll fill yourself up, you'll feel better, and have, you know, not have to take that, you know, pill. Or so, you know, that's what we do. We bring the greenhouse effect from outside inside. And we're all about natural now. I think even the younger people are more conscientious of it than anyone. And also our off print, right? If you hold up the bottle again, you're not having to buy plastic bottles. You're not doing any of that. You're saving the environment, and it's a big, big plus.
Right.
I had dental surgery recently, and the guy couldn't believe I didn't have any swelling or anything. Now I used this, I didn't put it on my cheek. I just did it on me like that far away. But I spritzed myself 3 times a day with that water, and the body just drinks it up because it just loves it so much that it helped me mend and heal. So, you know, that's the kind of technologies and things that we have that can just help us at a baseline grassroots level. And so I just love it. And I love what I do. And I even help people with the Kins and Vital Balance. I shake, lose weight, help them not have that extra pudge and stuff. But it's just, and they listen to us. Ken, you know, I'm a breast cancer thriver of 14 years. And the first shake we came out with was full of soy and stuff. And it was like, can't take it, can't eat it. You know, help us. We don't want that in our products. And so now we have a great product, 20 grams of protein, less than 1 carb. It's got detoxifiers and, you know, cilantro and chlorella and some other things to help heavy metal detoxing. And then, you know, and we can digest it. We have the digestive enzymes in there to help us digest the pea protein and such, because peas are a little harder on people. So, but we know that, and we have the research and developers behind us to put that into effect, and they listen, which is great. You know, that's the beauty of it. You know, you're partnering with a company that will hear us and listen to us and collaborate, and it maps on to pretty much anything you're doing. Indeed. And it can bring in, you know, part-time income, some income. You know, I just ask people to get your feet wet, become a customer, learn about it, try a few things, but to also look at it as a business, because I just have the things I use. I mean, you just saw me take it out of my back. I'm a little too vain to have all the back belt and everything. I just kind of put this in my britches with a little bit of Velcro.
Are you trying to call me vain?
So, but anyway, so back to you, because you know, you just tell me what else you want me to share.
Yeah,
because
no, you know, I'm actually really happy about what you discussed, and I really just wanted to just take a second to just show the sports water bottle for those who may not have seen it yet. And so what I love is that literally, as opposed to drinking 24,000 chemicals, we pour our toxic water in this, whether it's from a well or from a tap. We went to the botanical gardens, and it was so funny because something I would never put my mouth to, I filled this up with, and I knew I was okay because it was taking out all the germs, but I would never have put my mouth.
And we even, in some stores and gyms, they have the water fountain that has a little filter, so you put your bottle or your cup onto it. We still put the water bottle straight up to it,
right,
and drink the water straight out of this.
And it's huge. And then when you're talking about indoor air quality, the gas chamber effect is horrible. So you've harmed yourself while you're in the shower, and you've harmed everybody that's going to come into your house after. I don't think that we have showed enough of that information to people, because you just look at them doing it and it's like, oh no. It's like, if you don't have a filter, I'm not coming to hang out in your house with all your windows closed, because literally that's me walking into a gas chamber. But it's like, a lot of times I think we just don't know that we don't know. And so it's been interesting just to watch our development in this journey, because there were things, if you had asked us a couple of years ago, we would have said, oh, heck no, I'm not getting nothing like that. And I chuckle, because now it's like, oh, no. Not only do I need it, but I need to make sure that I actually have it on auto ship, whereby when it runs out, I can go get me some more. So it's huge.
Definitely on that.
All the time. So yeah, it's super important. One of the things you talked about, Barbara, that I want you to really share a little bit more about, if you're okay with it, is the actual surgery part, right? And the things you use. Because I immediately think of the Kinko Touch, but you've actually been there. You've actually had to deal with it. So we constantly have people who are battling these issues. It's a very common problem to have to fight that big C. So
I'm very, very fortunate. I'm not quite sure if I caught it early enough. I monitored lumps for 11 years. And then I took a natural hormone not to have the whoops baby. You know how you have teenagers and then the next baby later in life. Well, that happens a lot to people where their uterus doesn't age at the same time. So you have breakthrough bleeding, different things happen. Well, I took this hormone and my lumps flared up instantly. So I knew it wasn't something that happened over a prolonged period of time. So I underline that, because you may get breast cancer or know someone with breast cancer. They might do both, and they might do the traditional, and we can help them not have the numbing, tingling in their feet or the side effects and different things. But I knew I was open. I listened to all their scary stuff, but I went for surgery. I went for the lumpectomy. That, fortunate for me, I came out with flying colors, and that's my dog. Sorry, my dog's gonna bark.
They just like attention.
And but when I went back, so I didn't put a port in. I had signed papers that I would, and then I ended up, they missed three areas, the front, the back, and the side, at the one at 12 o'clock. Well, that's right next to your heart. And I'm like, we're not going to do radiation there, because what happens? You put hot the body, you burn it, water, right?
Right.
You blister. When you
What I'm going to do is actually put a pin in this recording, whereby this doesn't go long, and then everyone can get back to the person who shared this with you, and then we're going to have a part 2 segment.